Well, it says you're live.
Right.
In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm the host and gatekeeper of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I'm the mighty one, Angel Snubbing Up 7. In fact, I'm your soul brother. 7. In fact, I'm your soul brother. Number one. This is a very, of course, a spontaneous broadcast. And I want to always make a disclaimer that the views expressed on this channel does not necessarily reflect that of what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi. In fact, Operation Exodus Mississippi is exactly what it is. It has no personal view. What we're going to express tonight is a personal view, personal opinion. The campaign of Operation Exodus Mississippi has no personal view, personal opinion, has nothing to do with religious belief or none of that type of thing. If you want to know more about that, you can contact us. There's videos. There's a nice promotional video that describes what the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is about, and you can learn more. We'll be talking more about that as time goes on. Matter of fact, I want to apologize. Hey, you're making a lot of noise, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Sound like this, like eating a whole bunch of potato chips or something, crackling up some.
Yeah.
What are you eating? Some pork skins?
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
You sure there ain't no fried pork skin?
Nah. And if it was, hey, forgive me, my brother. Alhamdulillah. Forgive me, my alhamdulillah, brothers.
Okay. I mean, to each his own. I mean, if you love that kind of stuff, you know.
Right. Exactly.
You never hear me get on nobody's case about no fried ham hocks.
Right.
I could care less. My primary concern is to be relieved, get this oppressor off our back once and for all. Those things.
See, Nation of Islam Muslims, would they be fasting if they seen a whole big hog in front of them? and it wasn't nothing but hogs around to eat. Actually, would they still be fasting?
Well, you know something? This is what the Quran said.
Yeah.
The Quran said, don't think that you will believe and not be tried.
Exactly.
So you can say anything out of your mouth.
Exactly.
I don't eat no pork. You get in a situation where you don't have, the only food available is some pork skins. We'll see. Them cats gonna tear some, especially if you was raised on pork, you know.
Right.
Especially if you was raised on pork. Man, get the hell out of here.
Man, there's Muslims that still eat pork.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. It's Muslims that eat pork.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing about it, it's Christians who refuse to eat pork.
Exactly.
You know, so it goes all kinds of ways.
Exactly.
But that's not my primary concern. If y'all want to eat some pork, so be it. But I myself, I don't eat it. There's no shame in my game. If it get down to it, I'm hungry. I might tear a pig foot up. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Hey, I bet you around your family and you smell some good old ham hock greens. You understand me? Hey, say that seemed tempting.
Well, I have to be in a life and death situation. I can't do that one. Matter of fact, pork don't smell good to me at all. I haven't ate pork since the 1970 77.
Right.
You know, I've ate pork by mistake because you know sometimes you go to some of these restaurants and I ask them, do you put pork or something in the green beans or whatever?
Yeah.
And they swear no. Next thing I know, I done hit some pig fat.
Yeah.
But and I also also get pork because they put pork in a lot of products.
Man, they put pork in a lot of products we don't even know about.
Yeah, don't you know? Look, don't you know that you can buy turkey sausage? But the sausage can be turkey, but you know that when you make sausage, you put that meat inside of a tube of a skin, and sometimes that skin can be pork. Did you know that? Hey, did you drop? Brother Taalik.
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you went out. I didn't. You disappeared.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, because
yes,
I was saying that you can buy pork. You can buy turkey sausage, right?
Right.
But they have to put that sausage in a bag to make the sausage, and
right.
that skin can be pork skin.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And but they don't tell you, but they can still sell it as pork sausage, but they're not telling you that tube that they put that sausage in is pork.
Right. Exactly.
It can still be sold as turkey sausage.
Right. Right.
So we don't know what we're eating until we control our own food source. We don't know. Matter of fact, it might not even be turkey. It might be somebody's grandma that died yesterday.
Exactly.
We don't know. Once something get ground all up, you don't know what the hell that might be.
Right.
So Elijah Muhammad said, "Don't buy if it's already ground up. Don't buy it. Get it and grind it up yourself, cause once something get ground up, they can mix it with all kinds of stuff. You don't know what the hell you get."
Exactly.
So that's good. That's good advice. That's good advice.
Right.
I was watching a movie called Hotel Hell.
Right.
And that's what this guy was doing. He was killing people, people that he thought probably nobody would give a damn if they end up missing.
Right.
And he would kill them and make sausage out of them.
Right.
He'll mix it with pork and beef, make sausage out of them.
Right.
He said because there's a food shortage, he said we can use some of these people that ain't no good nowhere. You can make sausage and feed the people.
Right. Exactly.
And I think that's what that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on. It was a bunch of people that turned cannibal.
Right.
And they was catching people off the highway, bringing them to the house and killing them and eating them.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a lot of people in the United States that's missing.
Right.
They might be on somebody's breakfast table.
Right. I read about a similar story recently in the internet about a Moroccan woman over in Morocco, West Africa, that did something like that to some guy, killed them and then chopped them up in pieces and bits and made him out of some type of kind of chicken dish.
Wow.
Yeah.
See? All some of these people that's missing, they become part of these human sacrifices by some of these cults.
Right.
Some of them are sold into slavery.
Yeah.
Prostitution. Anything. When these people that's missing, almost anything can happen to you.
Right.
Almost
exactly.
anything, man. But want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. To those who are in the chat room, those who are listening, we thank you. This is very spontaneous. Unfortunately, right now, these broadcasts have to be spontaneous because my schedule, everything is all messed up. I would like to be able to at least once a week and every Friday. We're gonna try to have Brother Taalik to come do a message for us every Friday. I got a sister that I'm working with. I want her to come and do her broadcast once a week, and of course every Sunday I want to try to be consistent. Every Sunday, bring us a broadcast once a week and try to be consistent.
Right.
Because I know that many of y'all don't want to hear a lot of other nonsense that's going on YouTube. Y'all want to come to where we keep it real, and nobody keep it more real than the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. So I really apologize, but I've really been working pretty hard on the on the Caucasians job. I wanted to go support our sister Rashida Strober, her play, so I had to make a deal with the devil to do that. So I had to work 2 straight weeks in order to get that time off, in order to support her, and that puts me, it puts me all back on what I really wanted to do, the way I wanted to broadcast on this channel. In fact,
still there, brother?
Yeah. In fact, I'm sort of tired. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here.
But anyway, brother, let's get on to the primary topic of this video. Not to cut you off. Yes. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, but I want to say this first. I'm looking forward to and inviting certain guests, to what I call Soul Liberation Day next month, December the 9th, 2018. We had a real nice time last year. I had my matter of fact, Sister Rashida was with me, and I had a brother from Talk Real Solutions. They was my on-panel guests, and we had a real nice time, nice turnout, and hopefully I want to be able to repeat that again. Soul Liberation Day. In fact, I would like to say that it's the kickoff point, the official kickoff point, and I've decided we really are going to make an attempt to try to push this campaign called Operation Exodus Mississippi. So that's going to be the official kickoff point, and I hope that I'm able to bring us a video lecture that will inspire us to join the team, get on the soul train, and let's get this bad boy moving. So I'm looking at Soul Liberation Day, December the 9th, 2018 at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. That's what I'm looking at. And so just stay tuned to this channel. And in fact, I'm also thinking, I don't know, are you going to be available tomorrow, Brother Taalik?
Yes, I will.
I would like to. I'm thinking about doing a video lecture tomorrow, and I want to talk. The subject I've chosen will be, should we fear death? That's what I want to talk about. And I want you to open up for me tomorrow, and I'm looking at 7 o'clock tomorrow on this channel, live. Should we fear death? Should black people fear death?
Right.
That's the subject. I've been holding back. I haven't had time to talk about it, but that's a subject that I wanted to mess with, and I might be a little tired, but I think I want to do that. I want to do that video.
Right.
Okay. So with that said, we've chosen a topic tonight, and brother Taalik is going to lead the charge. He's with me tonight, brother assistant and minister Taalik. We've chosen the topic, the failure of the 1960s, 1970s generation, and that includes my generation, those who are in their, we're looking at the generations of people now who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and so forth. Matter of fact, I made a video about this not too long ago, how we have failed. Our generation has failed. The children of Dr. King, the children of Malcolm X, we have failed. What happened? Nothing has happened for us since the 1960s. 50 years of nothing. So what's up with that? I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to our brother so he can kick this off, and let's talk about this. And if you are in the chat room, uh, thank you so much. If you would like to join the conference call, if I can click you in, my telephone be tripping sometimes. But if you want to join the conversation, you can give us a call, 419-270-6665, 6665, 419-270-6665, 6665. And with that said, take it away, Brother Taalik.
Yes, this is Brother Taalik. I am assistant minister to Brother Taalik of the Reality Temple Ministries and aka Operation Exodus, Mississippi. Yes, this topic is a very concerning topic that I want to touch on because basically, I had brought this idea. I was reflecting on this issue of what consists with this topic because, I was just thinking about how, from the time of the early 60s to the early 1970s generation, which would include me as well, born in the middle of that period of time, I have to say that we have not really accomplished nothing in terms of affecting the masses of black people in America, as those who came before us nations ago did, like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Huey Newton. And as a matter of fact, those who had an impact on us as a people massively, that stopped around the 1920s and 40s generation. That was the last of it. And you got to remember when, J. Edgar Hoover, who was the first FBI director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, when he said that after Martin Luther King, there would never be another black messiah. Well, this is exactly what he was talking about because, unfortunately, we are what they call the lost generation when it comes to those of us who are dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. We are the lost generation. I mean, and I want to just state this fact that, when, and I know many of you going to probably agree or disagree, but the truth must be put out there because facts stand alone by itself and don't really need no support. But the reality is, I don't care if you mention people like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Janet Jackson, Tony Braxton, Babyface. The list goes on. I mean, even those who were in our generation, like the Jesse Jackson Jr.'s, the children of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., like Bernice, and Martin Luther King Jr. the third, we can't really even say they made an impact on the masses of our people that would change our course in the history of this country or where we are at now. And it's sad to say that because these people came from family lineal legacies, even the children and grandchildren of Malcolm X, and it's just unfortunate for whatever reason, that they were not able to carry out their father's work in terms of making a more positive impact on our people to where we wouldn't be where we are at now. And as a result of that is one of the reasons why we are where we are at now, because of our current generation that we are speaking on in this topic, because we put down the platoon after Martin Luther King and after Malcolm X and people like Huey P. Newton passed on. We just laid down the baton and just gave up. This is the reason why, not only the Caucasian, white European in this nation, but even other groups of people in this nation feel like they could just step all over black people like they do now. Because we just totally lost the fight. We haven't lost the fight when it comes to each other in terms of so-called black-on-black violence in this nation, but we've lost the fight when it comes toward, us being liberated as a people, as a whole, from our nearly 500-year-old enemy oppressor, and we've just totally lost the fight. It's like, and it's no wonder why we're on the verge of extinction or being exterminated as a people. And we've lost all type of respect. Even those of us who were born in the 60s and early 70s, we've lost respect from those who come behind us that was born in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s. We've lost respect from them. They don't even respect us.
No.
And they don't have no reason to. And it's unfortunately that is the truth. They have no reason to respect us or to, look at us as any type of common collective role models that have had an impact in their life as a whole. Now, I'm not talking about as individuals or as a certain select group here and there. I'm talking about as a whole. And I just want to state that, to make that clear, because from this platform, we don't deal in individualism or just a certain group of people here and there. We're talking about our people as a entire collective whole. When you speak about the 40 plus 70 million of us as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. And it's sad, that when I think about these people and these celebrities, who are helped to false high esteem, like Tupac Shakur, like Whitney Houston, people that really contributed nothing to our communities as a whole, that will bring a complete positive impact. You even got people worshiping Tupac as a prophet, but you still got people doing life or longer stints of prison terms because of his music. So what type of positive influence is that? And it's just sad when you really think about that. And I'm not going to get it twisted. Some of our people have talent from our generation, even including those names I mentioned, but what they've done has not effectively had a positive impact on us as a whole. It has not changed our condition as a whole, as far as us being a group of people. And it's unfortunate, that is a reality and a crisis that's affecting us. We don't even protect our elderly people that paved the way for us during the civil rights movement. We've left them out in the cold. to suffer, to die, even earlier deaths than what they supposed to. We've left them unprotected. Now, as a result, we are suffering. I was just telling the brother before we got on the air that, us born in the 60s and the 70s, we are now being targeted as crime victims by the 80s and 90s and the early 2000 generations of our people. We are actually being targeted as victims of disrespect and crime because we have not paved the way or brought nothing for them to whereas they can, work off of in terms of being productive members of society, because we have given them nothing to be productive members of society as a whole. Yeah, we got a few doctors, a few lawyers, scientists, engineers in our generation, yeah. But what have they done to impact us as people massively? To take us about this slave-like condition that we're still in, which has been for over 400 years. See, that's the point I'm exactly getting at. What figures do we have from our generation that's equivalent to people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey Newton, even Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, even when we could go back to Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Nat Turner, David Walker, Denmark Vesey. What type of equivalency do we have of them type of people in our generation? None. And it sickens and saddens me to be from this generation and to know that. That's what we are that's where we are as a people. And nobody talks about this. I don't even hear the prominent among our older so-called leaders like Farrakhan or Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson Sr. talking about this, or trying to encourage us in that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad because, in fact, like me and the brother was talking about, we may in fact be the lost generation. That's always put out there. The X generation or whatever. We in fact may just be those people when it comes to dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. And I mean, it's like, I don't even feel proud to say I'm from this generation. I mean, I can't do nothing about the time I was born in, of course, but the reality is also that it's really nothing for me to say that I'm proud of as far as being from this generation that would leave a legacy, an impacting whole legacy on all of us as black people in America who are born descendants of slaves in this country.
Brother Taalik.
Yes.
Can I make a comment? I don't want to throw you off though.
Yes, sir.
In our defense, because you and I, the reason why we get along so well because we basically come from the same plate.
Yes, sir.
In our defense, I would say this. When I was 18 years old, I always wanted to do something, Well, ever since I was a little boy, I always wanted to do something in the struggle.
Right.
And I thought I had that opportunity when I joined Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
So I want, while you're talking, I want you to take in consideration, because both of us went through this.
Yes, sir.
We followed our elders.
Yes, indeed.
So I went behind. So, I'm 18 years old, you're still a child. You really don't know. You know that you got good intentions and you want to do something. And so you got somebody like Farrakhan saying that he's gonna do this and does that, and so you get on that train. And so just like yourself, you got on the train of Malachi York or whoever these other people, that you got on the train with.
Yes, indeed.
So it's not really like we were, you know, it's our fault, but then it's not, because what we done, and just like Bernice King and a lot of these other people, we followed these elders that was ahead of us, to follow them. And all these people, Sharpton, when you follow these people, they led us to nowhere. And so we wasted a lot of our time. I wasted a lot of my youth messing with Farrakhan. And you wasted a lot of your time, your youth, messing with these people.
Yes, sir.
But see, that's because I understand that we have not really accomplished nothing. But what can you accomplish when you don't know? We don't know what to do. So we're looking up to these elders like Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson and some of these other elders who did come up out of that movement. We followed them, looking to them for guidance. And they led us to nowhere. They led us to nowhere. They led us to welfare lines. They led us to nothing. That's just the bottom line. We wasted our time. So if you don't know, we are the generation that should have been able to do something, but at the same time, you don't know what to do. Because even on YouTube, I came on YouTube in 2008, and I did come up with some type of, solution. I thought it was good and, it was decent or whatever. But really the bottom line was, I knew that what we had done in the past, I knew something was wrong with it. And all this black power, black conscience stuff, I already knew something was wrong with all that stuff. So I didn't want to go in those directions. I knew the Nation of Islam rhetoric, that wasn't going to go nowhere. I didn't want to follow that, but the bottom line is, and I knew what type of mindset that I needed to have, but I did not know what to do. And that's a problem when you are in a situation and you just don't know what to do. It's like you being trapped in a fire and smoking fires everywhere, but you don't know what to do. You don't know how to get out because the smoke is blinding you and everything is going on. And you're like, you got to get out the fire. This building is on fire, but you don't know what to do. So, we looking up to our elders like Farrakhan and these other people like they know what they doing. But the problem is, even though they came from up out of the 60s, they were part of these movements. They don't know what to do. And we're following people who don't know what to do. And we're giving our energy, we're sacrificing for these people, and they don't know what the hell that they're doing. And that's one of our problems. So I do understand that we have not accomplished nothing, and that's true, and I feel bad about it. But I don't want people to think that a lot of us did not try, because I did try. I joined the Nation of Islam. I got behind somebody I thought that they knew what they was doing, gave them 9 years of my life, and didn't go nowhere, didn't accomplish a damn thing. But I tried. I didn't know what to do. A lot of us didn't know what to do. You got with Malachi York, and you got with all these other elders that's supposed to know what the hell they doing, and they led us to nowhere. So I just wanted to put that on the table, and I hope that you didn't lose track of what you wanted to, continue. But I just wanted to put that on there to give us. I'm not making excuses, but that's exactly what happened for many of us. We were still following the guidance of our elders. We thought our elders knew what the hell they was doing. And really, we should have recognized as time went on that, and on top of that, we got comfortable. We got comfortable in the little trinkets and got pacified with the little accomplishments that we did get from up out of the civil rights era. That was part of it too. So why try to seek something when you're comfortable. You know, there's no real big effort. You know, when you're comfortable and your belly full, there's no need to think about going out trying to hunt and find food, because I mean, hell, my stomach is full for the time being now. You know, I'm not interested in going to find nothing. You know, only hungry people are interested in finding food, and we're not hungry. We're comfortable with the little trinkets that was given to us by the establishment, and that's what put us to sleep. And even the elders, what we did not recognize is our elders like Farrakhan, Ward D. Muhammad, you know, Jesse Jackson, all of them was made comfortable. So, you know, they was made comfortable. You know, next thing you know, Jesse Jackson is on Saturday Night Live. You know, I was tripping off of that when I saw Jesse Jackson. I'm like, wait, I'm like, why is this man on Saturday Night Live? This is a comedy sketch show. You know, they made the struggle like it's not, you know, less like it's not, you know, there's no need for it anymore. So I just want to say that, not, you know, in our defense, a lot of us was striving and trying to, because the racism, the discrimination, that never did stop. That never did stop. So there was many of us who recognized that and wanted to keep the fight up, but we just didn't know what to do. So what can you expect from people? And we really didn't know what to do. I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, indeed, my brother. And yes, and to also add on to that, that's in fact true, you know, because you can't, and I noticed that the older generation that the brother just got done speaking on, they really cannot blame us, you know, in our present generation for not leading the way, because like you said, you know, they didn't know what they was doing, being that we didn't know what we was doing. So it was like the blind leading the blind over and over again, you know. And I am really, you know, appalled when I hear the elder make mockery of the younger generation as they've done, you know, and because we were supposed to be the future leaders,
right?
But they never made that foundation clear or strong enough to where that could become a reality. And this is why we are still in the condition that we are in as a people, you know. And I just have to say that we don't even have no foundation to hand over to the next generation behind us, like the 80s babies, the 90s babies, the early 2000 babies, and the babies now born in this decade, you know. We don't have nothing to hand over to them whatsoever, period. At least Martin Luther King and Malcolm X generation handed us, you know what I'm saying, or what we could salvage from their struggle, from the civil rights movement of that era. But we don't have nothing to hand the younger generation behind us at all.
Yes.
Nothing but the legacy of so-called hip-hop and crack cocaine.
Right.
I'm just going to keep it real. You know, I be looking at a lot of young brothers and sisters out, especially from places where I come from, where you come from, you know, where's more of us proportionately as a population, you know, and I see how they be selling crack cocaine, how they be selling these other drugs and getting high on that drug and them other drugs, and how they just out there going crazy, shooting each other up, and I'm like, man, this is what we produce? Is this what our generation of the 60s and 70s produced?
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. You know, our younger generations coming behind us don't even have no so-called role models.
Nope.
That they could look up to, like we could look up to somebody like a Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, or Huey P. Newton, or Medgar Evers, or Sada Shakur, or Angela Davis, or Marcus Garvey, or somebody like that. They don't have nothing that they could call on as far as in terms of guidance.
Yeah.
When it comes to that type of equivalency of impact on our people. We don't have nothing to offer the younger generations behind us. And, honestly, like I said before, I can't control what generation I was born in.
Yeah.
Like I think I was telling you earlier before we got on air, or since we got on air, but I can't, get upset about when I was born. I had no control over that.
Right.
But I say this, I'm not proud to be from this generation. As a result, because of the effects of this generation and what we passed on to the younger generation. I can't say that I'm proud to be dark-skinned as a descendant of slaves born in America and be from this generation. I can't. And those of you, who disagree with that, hey, I'm unapologetic about it. Because I just can't say that I'm proud. I mean, what's so great because you just an entertainer, a celebrity, or someone with a 6-figure paying job or 7-figure salary. So what? We're in the worst. We are in a bad condition as a people.
Yeah.
It's like the 1% versus the 99%. Most of us is poor, homeless, ain't got nothing, ain't got a pot to piss in. And some of us that do try to make it up that ladder, where a few of us have made it at, keep getting monkey wrenches thrown in their direction because they got a felony conviction on their record, or because of some other racial bias crap, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is just the reality we are in as a people. And the sad thing about it is, it's more of our people today that's helping to contribute to blocking the progress of black people in this country as it is Caucasians. That's what makes it even more harder. That's what our generation of today got to deal with. See, the past generations we talking about now, they only had to primarily worry about the Caucasian as the external enemy and blocking our progress as a people. But we got to worry about both sides today. We got to worry about if a racist cop gonna blow our head off just because we black, or we got to worry about if some white supremacist racist is gonna come and blow our head off, or we got to worry about if someone that look like us is gonna blow our head off because we got on a pair of $2,000 Jordans that only cost 5 cents to make in China. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is just crazy. So, I mean, we got a whole lot more to deal with than those older generations before us.
Yeah.
And this is one reason why I can't be proud to be from this generation. And like I said, for those of you who disagree, hey, I'm unapologetic for making that statement. And I will stand on that. Because, I mean, the reality of it is that we ain't done nothing. We ain't even carved out no future for our present younger generations or younger generations to come after them. And that's even the sickening part about it. And we're doing exactly what the enemy want us to do. They started that process right after the civil rights movement by throwing the heroin into our community, but they seen they couldn't use that to finish us off, so they had to come with the crack. And those who were in the leadership roles of our communities didn't even do nothing to prevent that, other than taking hush money under the table and turning a blind eye. And that's them same generation of people are now wondering why crime has gotten so out of control in our communities, where they let it happen. When that crack cocaine first came out. Now we see the results of that today. So don't complain about it. When you took hush money under the table, when you sold your soul to the devil and turned the blind eye. And unfortunately, those of us who's born in the 60s and 70s is, carrying on in that same manner. And it's sad. And it sickens me. It even had me, before I met you, Brother Taalik, like I told you before. All this had me ready to give up.
Yeah.
On the black struggle, period.
Yeah.
Because what's the use? I'm like, we already on the brink of extermination, as you can see, especially with these police around the country killing us, shooting us down like dogs in the streets throughout this nation. You know, we are nothing to nobody. No one takes us serious. We don't even take ourselves serious.
Nope.
And we can see that in the social media of the conscious community with all this arguing, bickering, and back and forth, infighting, and all this crazy stuff. But you know what? At the same time, we won't be the first or the last to be exterminated if that happened to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we are definitely right there on the brink. And that's why we keep speaking passionately from this platform. You know, while people just taking things for a game.
Yeah.
This is not no game. This is serious. We are in the, and I'm going to tell you something. You know, I am glad, not because I'm a Trump supporter or nothing like that, but I am glad in the way that Trump did get elected as president, because with his present White House, it shows that this nation never changed in terms of its racial attitude toward dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in this country. Everything racially associated with racism, as far as its institutions, as far as every institution that it permeates in, is still intact. And it just opened up the doors and clearly showed it once he got in there. And you Negroes still have not woken up. You're still going around here killing each other over petty, trivial stuff.
Right.
You're still running around here smoking crack cocaine, doing heroin. You know, popping Molly pills. You know, and these other drugs. You're still goggling down alcohol, running around the streets like a chicken with your heads cut off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just crazy. So, in fact, we might be on the brink of extinction or extermination as a people. And I mean, for those of you that's not willing to accept that as a true fact, like I say, the truth really don't need no support to stand on its own.
Yeah.
This is not something that we're making up from this platform. Just look around. You know, and like I say, you know, right now, I'm living in a certain location here in this country, you know, where it's not that many black people in terms of population, but I still get on the news on it when I look at the internet and, you know, go to some website coming out of Chicago or Detroit or Atlanta, and I'm still seeing the same thing. Nothing but so-called black-on-black genocide. Even in the midst of all this racism and stuff, even in the Trump era, you know, and even after he get out of the White House, you know, we still gonna be doing the same thing. And it's unfortunate that we just, all this, it would seem like if, you know, since it's supposed to be 40 plus 70 million of us, it seemed like at least 10 million of us would mobilize and wake up and do something about this. But it don't even come close to that. Not even 100. You know? And it's just sad. I mean, it's that many of us in this country, and we don't have no type of kind of gusto in us.
Yeah.
To do nothing to turn our situation around for once and for all, from all this crap that we got to face every day in this country as a people. We got to live on eggshells and all that crap. We got to act a certain way when we around white people. Just to keep from being harassed or hounded by the police or some crazy stuff. We can't even be ourselves as men and women. And that's a daggone shame for a group of people in this country to have to live like that.
Yes.
But when we around amongst each other, we can act crazy, talk crazy, do crazy stuff and all that, and won't think nothing about it. You know, of course, because we've been conditioned that way, but that's still no excuse, especially when you know better.
Yeah.
And you still keep using that as an excuse. You know? But yeah, it just don't make no sense. You know, and you know, I mean, really, to tell you the truth, and I've had those who've spoken against the idea of going to another country, but I'm gonna tell you, if I was in a position, and Brother Taalik, you know, you could bear witness, you know, I would probably leave this country just so I could get the heck away from you Negroes over here in America that don't want nothing better for us as a people or as a group of people in this country. Because your actions clearly show it. It ain't about what we say, it's about our actions.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple. You know? And I'm telling you, it's just, man, we are in a crisis right now as a people. You know? And that's why, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. That plan that they do got set up for us that we always talk about for some FEMA camps.
Yeah.
And the mass graves, which is a reality in planning right now, which is being planned for us as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. Let me say this, I hope I don't be alive when that do happen. Nor do I hope, and if I am living, I hope I'll be in another country. You know, because I mean, this is real. You know, it's sickening me more just to wake up every day. It pains me more to wake up every day to know that I'm a dark-skinned descendant of this country. Knowing I'm in the condition of what I'm in because my people as a whole is in the condition that we're all in as descendants of slaves born in America. It pains me. If I don't wake up if I don't wake up tomorrow, I'll be totally fine with that. If I even died in my sleep, I would totally be fine with that. Because I wouldn't have to worry about dealing with this craziness. Far as white supremacy, far as just what it is, period. To be a dark-skinned descendant of slaves born in America. And then here it is, like you were saying, you know, how comfortable we are in our condition, you know?
Yeah.
And it just pains me to see that, you know. But you got anything you want to say, brother?
Yeah.
I don't want to get tongue tied.
Yeah. Um, I want to say thanks to the people who are listening, and thank Brother Bakari was in the chat room.
Okay.
So shout out to the peacemaker, Brother Bakari. We can never we can never make mockery of a peacemaker because even in the scriptures, for those of you who believe in scriptures, blessed are the peacemakers. There's nothing wrong with a peacemaker. However, unfortunately, we have those who don't want any peace. You have those who don't want. They come off like they do, but they really don't. Never have. You have brothers and sisters who hide. They hide behind this struggle, and they're really looking for slaves for their plantation, and that's not going to work. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why some of this stuff, especially when it's religious based, that's the reason why it has not been successful, because the intent is not good. The intent is to make slaves for a plantation, and we don't need that. From this platform, we want you to be free from an oppressor, period. We're not looking to make a slave out of you. We're not looking for followers. And these people would tell you quickly, come follow me. I'm the leader. I was born for this. They was born to be your slave master. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for to simply gain liberation for people who need it, who deserve it. No matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter your sexual orientation, no matter what you about, you deserve to be free from this oppressor. We who are the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin. So, I was listening tonight to Brother Bakari's hangout. And of course, our poor lost brother, he's lost. Maurice Muhammad is lost. He's lost. He's caught up in religious, feel-good, black power rhetoric. He's lost. He's a good person, but there are many good people. But when they get caught up in this black conscious, black power, these rigid mindsets, religious zealots, it messes people up. It turns good people very, very bad. Their thinking becomes warped. So myself and Brother Guy Hollywood, we're in the chat room, and we're civil. We're just listening, basically. I'm very sure Maurice probably notices that myself and Guy is in the chat room, and he wants to take a shot and tell Bakari, I don't want no unity. Well, I know for sure, with that group of guys, I never want no unity with them. And he mentioned our names, right? There was no need for that. That goes to show you. I mean, if I'm not bothering you, why do you want to take a shot at me? Brother God didn't say nothing to you. I did not say nothing to you. You can keep. Brother Bakari is trying to be a peacemaker. Why you want to bring that nonsense to his forum? And then when I defend myself and I defend Brother Guy and those of whom he's talking about, then people in the chat room want to get on my case. Don't bring negativity to the chat room when their man is the one who's bringing it, who started it all. He gets a pass. See, this type of behavior, this type of attitude, that type of mindset is guaranteeing you that we all will be in a mass grave. That's all it's doing. Because there's no need for that. But even so, I give credit where credit is due. You have Brother Maurice getting in his car, and truck or whatever it is, him and another brother, Brother Dari, and they go to Mississippi, to Mounds Bayou, Mississippi, to look at this town. That's nice. And who am I not to support that effort. That's well and good. Why would I be against something like that? Why would I, especially when Brother Maurice was inspired, he's influenced by Operation Exodus Mississippi. That's the reason why Maurice is in Mississippi, is because of what he got from the Reality's Temple on Earth. He did not get it from the Nation of Islam. He did not get it from the Black Power, Black Conscience, Blackity Black teachings. He got it from the Reality's Temple on Earth. That's why Maurice Muhammad is in Mississippi. That's why all of them is talking about Mississippi. It's because of what they got from this platform. And that's a fact, just like King Noble said. That's a fact. So why would I be against or say something negative against myself? Because it's nothing but a miniature version and was influenced by this platform. However, brothers and sisters, this is what we must understand. When you think small, you're going to get small results. In order for us to become the greatest generation, because to this point, just like Brother Talib have said earlier in this video, we said in this video, you are in your late 40s, late 40s, early 40s, 50s, 60s. We have failed. We have done nothing for our generations that come after us. We've done nothing. And like I explained to us during Brother Talib's talk, it's not necessarily really our fault. We was following behind our elders who don't know what the hell that they doing, and we really don't know what to do. However, we've been blessed, as they say in religious terms. We actually have been blessed because we've been given a revelation, and that revelation is what is called Operation Exodus Mississippi. I have taken the promotional video. I want to send shouts out to our brother Omar Shabazz. He made a beautiful promotional video. I've taken that video. I've placed it here on YouTube. I placed it on Facebook. And I cannot find nobody who wants to argue back and forth about this campaign, because there's nothing to argue about. You pray to your God, and you pray to the ancestors. You pray to them, you pray to the gods, and you say to them, give us an answer. Give us a way out. And the gods and the ancestors, the spirits of the ancestors have answered. Because there's nothing, this campaign, this idea, Operation Exodus Mississippi, is flexible. It contains everything that we need in order to be successful. The only thing that we need to do is implement. That's all that we got to do. There's nothing in it that people can complain about. They can't talk about, well, I don't like Operation Exodus Mississippi because I ain't no Muslim. Has nothing to do with religion. Has nothing to do with nobody's personal opinions or nothing like that. It's simply a benefits package. It's simply a benefits package. That's all that it is. Giving us something that we should have in the United States anyway. No more, no less. So no matter where you are a crackhead, you shouldn't have a problem with it. You're a Muslim, you shouldn't have a problem with it. You're a feminist, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Because this idea, this campaign, gives you no reason why you cannot accept it. No reason. Except, I don't like Angel Snap 7. I don't like that old Taalik. That's the only reason. And if that's your reason for rejection, then you are blowing. First of all, you don't believe in God, because God has given us the answer. God has given us the solution for this generation. So if you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, this is your opportunity to put ourselves on the platform of a Harriet Tubman, on the platform of a Malcolm X or a Marcus Garvey. This can put us into a glory land like those who came before us. We need something big. Taking control of a city is a wonderful thing. It's beautiful and it's nice, but it ain't big enough. It's too little too late. We need something big to put us on the map. Something to inspire us. Because, see, that's what our people lack, is inspiration. They lack inspiration. If they saw something like this becoming a reality, believe me, I'm telling you, just like Brother Taalik mentioned, people like Whitney, well, not Whitney Houston, peace be upon her, she's deceased, but our brothers and sisters that have a little money and influence, if they saw this coming into reality, they saw the struggle, I can almost guarantee you, they may not even directly support financially the struggle, but you might get a big check under somebody else's name that came from Oprah or Will Smith or any of our people. You don't know how they may react when they see us as a people move in a positive direction, because they have been inspired and they see that we're not playing no game. We can inspire the people so they don't want to do crack cocaine and get drunk, because they're seeing something that's tangible, something that is real, something they can be proud of, that they can be part of. Every man, woman, and child can be part of this great movement to take control of a state. And when you take control of this state and be successful, then of course you'll be so hyped up, then you'll be ready to go on to the next state, Alabama and Georgia, Tennessee, or whatever we want to conquer. Of course there will be opposition, and a lot of opposition is going to come from your own people, but that's expected. So what? But once it get to going, once you show that what can be done, that opposition won't mean nothing, because you've proven that it can work, and you've proven that it can be done, and you will be successful in that. The only thing you have to do is implement. When you think small, you're going to get small results. You think big, when you're successful, you're going to get big results. We're going to get something that our ancestors could not even dream of. Marcus Garvey movement was incredible. Nation of Islam movement was incredible. All these things that we've done in the past was incredible, but I can guarantee you none of them will top what we can do this today. And all those who came before us, they are the reasons why we're able to do what we've done today. And they would be so proud, because the end result is they want us to be liberated from an oppressor. That's the end result. And we can do that.
Oh, go ahead. Let me chime in, brother.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, brother. But that was very touching, because what you just said there, because I was on my way home tonight, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, how can we even make mockery of old ancestors like Harriet Tubman, which some of us have done?
Yeah.
Make mockery of even those like Frederick Douglass, who some of our people in this generation is referred to as Uncle Tom or Sambo.
Yeah.
First of all, those people that I just named, and even we could go back to David Walker, Denmark Vesey, Nat Turner, those people's struggles is the reason why we ain't picking cotton and sugar cane somewhere in Alabama, Georgia, or South Carolina, okay? So, I mean, we should not even make mockery of them. First of all, it ain't it's unimaginable from this end of what our people went through at that time.
Yeah.
To even get us to this point, okay? So who are we to even make mockery of them? Just like who are we to make mockery of Martin Luther King?
Right.
For those who disagree with his nonviolent ideal, and those of you who disagree with Malcolm, who are you to even make mockery of these people? Because they got us to this point to where we are.
Yeah.
Or we'll still be suffering exactly like they suffered in their generations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to lay that out there and allow the brother to finish off what he was saying.
Yes, sir. See, I want to talk to those who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and so forth. we have a responsibility. Most of you have had your children. Most of you, some of you have retired from your jobs. Most of you have done all these different things. The responsibility of an adult, the responsibility of a parent is to make sure that their children have a good send-off. You have animals, even insects and birds. They live, those parents live to make sure that their future generations have a good send-off. Even to the point, when you look at some insects, the last act of I believe it's is it a dung beetle? It was one of those beetles. But the last act of a dung beetle, female dung beetle, is that she gives her body, when she dies, she gives her body to the babies, and the babies eat, they live off her body. That's her last sacrifice to make sure that those babies live. So if you're in your 40s, you still got a little ways to go. But your 50s and 60s and so forth, we have come to a point in our life. Well, the reality is, y'all, it's almost over. Because within the next 20 years, many of us, if we're not dead, we're probably going to be wishing that we was dead. Or we're going to be so sickly we wish we was dead. That's just the reality of it. I'm 55 years old. 20 years will put me at 75. And the average black man in this country, I think the average lifespan of a black man in this country, if you don't get killed, murdered, I think it's like 63 or something like that. And black women live longer, so black women are like 67 or something like that. That's the average age. So I'm 55, and the average lifespan is 63 or something like that. According to that, I don't have that much time left. Anyway. So what are we going to do with our time? Some of y'all want to retire, you want to go to Disneyland and all that other, you want to do some foolishness. Why not use the rest of your life to make sure that these future generations, those children born in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, why don't you do something and help them make a better life? And you can do that by supporting and joining Operation Exodus Mississippi, this campaign. It's the right thing to do. It can give them the right send-off that they need. It'll put them in the right direction they need to go. Because the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Sacrifice the rest of your life, because we don't have that much life. 10 years, 20 years. Sacrifice it for our children. We have not accomplished nothing since the Civil Rights Movement. 50 years. Nothing. What kind of legacy, if we are late 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, what kind of legacy are we going to leave our children? They're going to spit on our graves because we did nothing. We could be the greatest generation ever in our history, or you could become the saddest, most pathetic piece of trash generation in our history. What do you want to do? We have 10, 15 years in our life. We can make it better for our children. And they can dedicate a wall. They can dedicate a place to the greatest generation ever produced. Or we can go down in history among our people as the most saddest piece of crap generation ever lived. And they'll talk about us like a dog forever. Should they survive the mass graves? Should they survive that? Should they survive the going back to the cotton field because that's what's on the agenda. And you claim that you love your children. How can you claim you love your children? You love your grandnieces and grandnephews and all and unborn, and this is the situation that you're gonna leave them in. How can you talk about you love? You a love lie. You a liar.
My.
Yeah, you're a liar. You don't love nobody.
My.
Because if you love, you jump on this campaign and help make this become a national effort, make this successful, and give them something to help them survive, help defend themselves, help protect themselves, help make them be in competition with the rest of the suckers in this nation. Because right now they ain't got our generations, our children don't have a chance in hell. They don't.
Say that again, my brother.
They don't have a chance in hell to survive without this. A little town in Mississippi ain't gonna cut it. We love Brother Maurice. Okay, I'm back on. Excuse me. We love Brother Maurice, but he's lost. His thinking is warped, and he's thinking very small. He's not looking at the overall picture. We need something big. We need something bad. We need something bold. A little town in Mississippi ain't gonna do nothing for 40 to 70 million in this country in order to get into this game, this sick game of race. If you love our children, you in your 40s and 50s and 60s, what you gonna leave our babies? I don't even have biological children, but as an adult, I know it's my responsibility to try to make it better for future. About that, I kept getting interrupted. I have an important telephone call I need to handle, but
So we need to close this out.
Yeah.
All right, brothers and sisters, I just want to give my quick closing out statements so the brother could get to his important phone call. But I just want to just let you know that hey, this is very serious once again, and with all this said, that we need to take everything in account of what's been said tonight on this platform dealing with this topic. You know, no disrespect to the dead, you know, as far as Whitney Houston and others like Tupac, you know, but you know, the fact is that that's all the younger generation is looking to for inspiration. And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad when they did not leave behind a legacy or other brothers and sisters in them that was prominent in our generation between the 1960s and 1970s that did not leave nothing behind, you know, in terms to what our people could benefit off of as a whole, as far as us being liberated and free from this almost 500-year-old oppressor. And that's the just main factual point that we're making tonight, you know. And so I don't want to be caught up and be rushed because this brother got to make his phone call, because I want to stay right on track of what we've been saying. But I'm gonna let this brother close us out, and we would definitely be back on air hopefully sometime tomorrow.
Yes.
But please, brothers and sisters who are descendants of slaves born in America, think about this. Even as you go to sleep, think about this. This is serious. Talk to your families or those that you among. Hold conversations about this. Share this with your friends. I mean, this is serious. We need to get on the ball with this before it's definitely too late. And I'm gonna close with that. Peace.
Yes, peace.